The sound brings me
Our
back
home is finally built.
to this moment.
It's as if I wrote this, but without tragedy, only truth.
Living with or against the earth.
Who are these people we've become?
They weren't people I spent
I'm calling you on that telephone like you asked me to.
Do you remember telephone poles?
I'm glad you asked.
This is Active Listening, a New Dramatists podcast series that invites the resident playwrights to experiment with story, intimacy, and immediacy through sound experiences. This initiative was born of the questions that became urgent as our pandemic lockdowns began. What are creative alternatives to gathering together in rooms? What might a play for the ear sound like? Each episode is written, recorded, and produced by a different resident playwright. This one features 2 short works by Ken Urban, about which he writes, "My band Occurrence thinks of our songs like mini plays or films for the ear, so I approach this challenge by thinking of audio plays like songs. Except instead of working with a singer, I worked with an actor, in this case, Polly Lee." This is A New Language and The Tired Omnivore by Ken Urban.
Front porch, parents' house. Step out to avoid questions about your ex-spouse. Annual visit, humid August night, threat of rain. Walk the block, avoid the too bright occasional streetlight. Adulthood disappears, relapse into those teenage years. A few prescription pills will help you, God, you hope, push through the tears. Who are these people we've become? Weather chatter, life updates, mind over matter, same awkward state since 1998. But out here, silenced by the sounds of frogs and bugs on a lawn, random deer, deep breath, turn around, up the steps, open door, calm down. Now step inside, try and speak a new language. Step inside, this time speak a new language. We can all speak a new language. Before this all happened, I was obsessed with what happened with, I'll call him John. I was obsessed with what John did to me. How could someone who was a friend, I think that's accurate to call him that, friend, a friend who decided to refuse to speak to me. How could a friend just cut me out of everything? How did I know? First, he blocked me on all social media. Then at a birthday party for a friend of a friend at that bar, there he was trying to catch his attention all night. Then as he left, touched his shoulder, tried to speak to him. All I got was a withering smirk as he left, not a word. Should I call him? Text him? Email him? Tell me, what could I have done to make him so mad? Because I really have no idea.
then it all shut down. The world. It seemed like the world was over. We lived near the hospital. The sirens reading the news. The numbers. The number of people sick. The number of people dying. The numbers growing larger and larger. I forgot about him. About John. Or rather, I didn't forget. I remembered something. I didn't actually like him. Being locked up at home, watching things fall apart, losing my sense of smell and taste, knowing that I was probably sick with... Well, it sobers you up, makes you ask things, see things. John was an arsehole. When I got divorced, he kept saying nice things about my ex-husband. Who does that? An arsehole, that's who. How can you know an arsehole and not know they're an arsehole? But now I did. Felt a strange sense of relief. Lying in bed, sick with it. I didn't need to obsess anymore. After maybe 3 or 4 weeks, does time happen in quarantine? Do days matter in quarantine? I could taste, smell again. Began to live differently. Still tired, but started to have the energy for life. I started ordering groceries. Lots of produce. It took a lot of work to get a slot from that delivery service, but I got one. They, the delivery men, would leave the bags outside the apartment door. And once they were gone, I'd open the door and there would be large plastic bags full of groceries. Learn to appreciate the sunchoke. Marinate the protein overnight. Grind my own spices. Premium sea salt. Eat the amazing things I made. Still so tired, but mouth full of those new flavors. Turns out John died. I read it on Facebook.
You just heard A New Language and The Tired Omnivore by Ken Urban. It was produced by Ken Urban and mixed by Daniel Kluger. The voice was Polly Lee. Programming, synthesizers, Tascam 4-track, pedals, field recordings, etc. by Ken Urban, with additional programming by Daniel Kluger. Active Listening is a project of New Dramatists and is produced by Corinne Keithley-Sires and Melissa Tien. More information on the series and a sonic visualization of each episode can be found by going to newdramatists.org/active listening. New Dramatists is one of the country's leading playwright centers and a nationally recognized new play laboratory. Its mission is to provide playwrights with time, space, and resources in the company of gifted peers to create work, realize their artistic potential, and make lasting contributions to the theater. Active listening is made possible with generous support from the Venturous Theater Fund of the Tides Foundation.